welcome you to our live broadcast of the 87th Mountain State Force Festival Grand Feature Parade. I'm Ray Lamora. I'm here with John Bennett, who is the voice of the D&E Senator basketball program, as well as many other sporting events from Davis and Elkins College. So we want to welcome you to our broadcast of the 87th Mountain State Force Festival Parade. We'll start off by mentioning our sponsor, our general sponsor for the parade this year, as has been for many years, Colonial Contracting. And our Director General of this 87th Force Festival is Lisa Schaefer. So again, John, thanks for being with me and helping out.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, we appreciate your help. So we're starting today with the log trucks are starting to come down Davis Avenue. If you're familiar with Elkins, we're broadcasting from the second floor of the Elkins YMCA. Our broadcast is being provided by Phillips Colson of the Colson Media Group. And as I normally do with the Force Festival Parade, we're starting with a log truck and industrial truck division. So hopefully you can see that we have a new, very large red maple leaf plant painted in the intersection. And hopefully you're seeing the Coca-Cola truck go by. We got a very hot, sunny day today in Elkins. I was out early this morning, John, at 6 o'clock this morning. It wasn't so warm then, but the sun has come out and it sure is warm now.
We've had great weather for this week. Force Festival, perfect weather. Couldn't ask for better weather.
That's right.
Maybe a little bit cooler.
A little bit. Yes. So I know you told me you took in the coronation.
Yeah.
That was another warm day yesterday on the D&E Hill.
Me and a whole bunch of people got a little red after that coronation.
Yes, we did. And now we're seeing one of the Woodford propane trucks. The Woodford Company is another good sponsor of many of the Force Festival events, so we're always glad to have them join us. So far, most of the Force Festival, all the events have come off rather well. You know, I don't know if you're aware, but the opening ceremonies, we had some rain last Saturday for the opening ceremonies, and we unusual circumstance, but we lost one event. We lost the bass fishing tournament because we didn't have enough rain. And there wasn't enough rain in the or water in the rivers to pull off our bass fishing tournament. But also that same day, it was raining, and we lost one of our events because of the rain.
Seems like the rain got out of its system early.
Yes, it did. It did. One event that happened last Saturday that the rain didn't affect was the Irish Road Bowling. We had in the rain, we had 42 teams competing in our Irish Road Bowling event. That was a great turnout.
It's one of those events I always plan on trying to make it, and I just never do.
Yes, that's a great event. You need to see that sometime. It's really good. And now we have some units coming through from Elkins Truck Service. good looking trucks there.
So on the side of the truck, it's celebrating 50 years of Elkins Truck Services.
Yeah, that's great. They've been around doing good business for the people of our county for many years. And Elkins Truck Service being followed by several log trucks. I'm sure we've got Kessler Trucking, Grimes Enterprises, among many others. And if you notice, we've got lots of kids running out there to collect candies and other goodies that everybody's throwing out.
As a kid, this was probably my favorite portion of the parade because that's where I knew I was going to get the most candy, was during the truck portion.
Sure. So speaking about D&E and athletics, how are any of the sports programs going so far that you're involved with?
Everything's going great. The men's and women's soccer teams are having a good season so far. The volleyball team's starting their home stretch down at the McDonald's Center. Currently, right now, the women's lacrosse team's having their little fall scrimmages against some of the teams in the state down at the Natal Field, so they're having a little fun down there today.
Good. Well, yep, we try to watch and follow D&E sports. So we still have the industrial units and log trucks going through. I can tell you that this being the 87th Mountain State Forest Festival, our queen this year is Sterling Ann Kump. She's from Moorfield, West Virginia, the granddaughter of Kerr and Susie Kump of Elkins and Dennis and Tony Peterson of Marshfield, Wisconsin. Our maids this year are Macy Elizabeth Romero and Elise Spencer Goddard. And they've been having a good time. I helped with the school tours on Tuesday, Wednesday. I drive the Trumpeteers. And both of those days, very good weather and very good crowds. School kids are always excited to see Maid Sylvia come and visit their school. You'll have to take that tour with us sometime.
It's always one of those things I always want to know how it experiences, because I'm always there at the school, but I never know that the rush of going to all the different other schools
Sure.
in the county.
Sure, something to take part in sometime. But at least you got to travel with a princess this year a little bit.
Yeah.
Again, our thanks to Polino Contracting for once again this year being the main sponsor for the Forest Festival Grand Feature Parade.
Nice little setup on the live type metal products truck, and made a nice little shelter out of their products.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
a good looking display there. And just looking at all those people sitting out in the sun, they have got to be warm.
If they're feeling warm, we're gonna really feel bad for the various different bands that's gonna march through here in a short time.
Yes, that's the truth.
As someone who did it for many years, it's fun starting out, but once you get to around the turn around CVS, it's not so fun anymore.
Yeah, you know you've been in there for a while, right? That big red leaf in the intersection down there, that's showing up pretty good. Hopefully everybody that's watching can see that. That's a new addition this year that the city helped us to have. Another thing, John, I don't know if you noticed the new maple leaf lights that are on the poles.
I thought those were new.
Yes, yes. I came through town late last night, and after the Queen's Ball, and that made the downtown look a whole lot better.
Remember driving through town a couple weeks ago thinking, I don't think I've ever seen those before.
Right. Yep. Yeah. So I know 2 or 3 of our local banks teamed up with the city to put those in, and it was a nice addition. And again, Phillips Colson and Colson Media have been filming several things for the Forest Festival. I don't know if they were downtown anytime in the evening to get any pictures of those lights. Some more trucks that are showcasing the lumber industry, which is so important to our area of the state. And next we're looking at Frame Drilling Company, another local well-known company that's been doing business for many years in our area.
Looks like we got a line of cement mixers coming down.
We sure do. All these people were out early this morning making their trucks look good, weren't they?
Clean them off to the best you can.
Yes. Still watching the last few units from the industrial and log truck division of the Grand Feature Parade. There's a good looking old car.
Nice little buildings supplied by Mountain State Structures.
Yeah, those look good.
You can live in those if you wanted to, it seems like.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm sure there's a lot of hunters that fix those up and use those for cabins.
And if there's any hunters watching, they'll probably take your idea on that now.
I think so. And we still have a few units to go before we get to the honor division of this Grand Feature Parade. But I could take this time to at least tell everybody that our Grand Marshal this year is Chase Harler. He played basketball for WVU. He represented the state as a guard for the Mountaineers when he was playing there from 2017 to 2020. At WVU, he appeared in 116 games, including 2 NCAA Sweet 16 appearances. He also earned a spot on the academic All Big 12 men's basketball first team. He played for Wheeling Central before coming to WVU, and he twice earned the Gatorade Player of the Year award. Following his successful career with the Mountaineers, he played for 3 years in the Eurobasket League and has recently been on the Best Virginia alumni team. Chase Harler resides in Morgantown and is the president of operations for Haston Services LLC, a facility management company.
I think if I remember correctly, he proposed to his girlfriend on senior day, right before they upset Baylor in 2020.
I think you're right. I remember that now. Yes.
I was fortunate enough to be able to be at that game.
Were you? Yeah, that was a good game. I remember him as being a real solid basketball player. Really scrappy, was getting in there, and he was a hard player. Off in the distance, we can see the honor division starting to close up ranks here. We still have a few more trucks coming. One thing for sure, John, we've got a good spot to watch the parade.
Oh, absolutely. Probably the best part. We don't have to worry too much about the sun.
That's true.
But from where we can tell, absolutely packed crowd down here on Main Street.
It sure is. My understanding was that they had a very good fireman's parade last night, which is always a crowd favorite. A little noisy at times.
A little noisy.
And even though it was a chilly night last night, I also understand that they had a great crowd for that.
That's one thing that's always been constant throughout the years. No matter what, the parades always have great crowds.
Yeah, we do. We do always have good crowds. And right now, there's the carnival is going strong, so there's plenty for the kids to do besides watch the parade and collect all the candy that's being thrown out.
There's probably groups of people like, everyone's at the parade, so the carnival rides lines are going to be short.
Yes, a lot of people think that. I don't know if that's always true. So anybody watching right now is probably seeing the start of the honor division. This division is presented by Elkins Auto. And as is normal, they're led off by the Elkins Police Department and the Randolph County Sheriff's Department. And those folks have been putting in a lot of extra hours this week.
Making sure everyone in town has a safe festival.
Correct. Yeah, speaking with the police chief this morning, and he said so far from his standpoint, it's been a great festival, no major issues. Also, in this division, we're sending through some vehicles, some antique vehicles. I think I just saw Mike Ross, one of our former state senators, riding through in a nice antique vehicle. And we're followed by several others.
Something I'm always amazed about is when I see these people who are owning these classic cars and able to keep them in the condition that they bought them in.
Oh yeah, they enjoy it, but that's a lot of work. Still has some really good looking cars and trucks going by here right now. As you know, this is our second year of being able to live broadcast the Grand Feature Parade, and I'm hoping that we get more and more viewers to look in on us. We're trying to get the word out so more and more folks around the country know that we're able to broadcast these. We also, this year, were able to broadcast the pet show, the coronation. So we're trying to get out as much of our events that people can see. I know some people just can't get out to see all the Forest Festival events.
Gives them easy access to be able to keep track of everything.
Yes. Look at all those kids out there. They're having fun.
I'm sure the parents are going to have some fun later when all that candy kicks in.
Oh, yeah. Too much sugar. You told me earlier that you were a trumpet player when you were in high school, and we had three trumpeters from Elkins High this year. Aiden Lowther, Hunter Schaefer, and Kyle Warner. And we had one trumpeter from Tigard Valley, Madeline Walmsley, and they did a fantastic job, and I think they still have a couple more events to go. And I don't know with our live broadcast if the folks can hear any of the sounds of the festival. I know we have a camera on the roof of this building, the YMCA, and we also have a camera street side. So hopefully everybody that's watching is getting some good views of what's going on downtown right now.
Comes one of my favorite gimmicks coming down, the Beverly, West Virginia hillbillies.
Oh yeah. And they are definitely dressed for the parts. Oh yeah, that looks good. So in answer to my question earlier, the everybody viewing is getting some audio, so you're able to hear some of the sounds that we're experiencing here at the Mountain State Forest Festival. Seeing some unique vintage automobiles.
I know some of the people who drive these vehicles must be excited because it gives them an excuse to bring them out.
Yes, yes it does. And a nice sunny day like today, they want to be out. There's literally not a cloud in the sky.
Good looking piece of machinery coming up. That nice John Deere tractor right there.
Oh yeah, we do. Yes. And a good looking old John Deere tractor. So I might take this time to let everybody know our scouts this year at the Forest Festival. As you know, we always have 2 Boy Scouts and 2 Girl Scouts. We had Grant Harper and Tinley Morris. And for the Boy Scouts, we had Nicholas Rizzio and Madison Shiflett. Our jesters this year, who put on a tremendous performance everywhere that they performed: Avery Fox, Emery Purdy, Callie Casto, and Kerrigan Carr. They were just phenomenal. I know you got to watch at the coronation. They're always a big hit of the coronation. Did you enjoy that?
Oh yeah. They always make me a little nervous when they're doing all those flips down the hill, but
Yes. Yes, they performed at so many different events. Those girls had to have to be tired every night this week. We got some pogo stick people right now. Oh, doing a flip. If you can see this, this is pretty exciting. My goodness, he's getting up high. Look at that.
I could never do that.
I wouldn't want to. Some other folks we had in our minor court this year. Our crown bearer was Hadley Riggleman. Our scepter bearer was Nora Schaefer. Flower girls were Adeline Brown, Claire Channel, Felicity Lamora, and Addison Piles. The 2 train bearers were Parker Hale and Nico Severino. This year, Woodley the elf was McKenna Sfameni. We'll get to see all of those folks on floats here coming up. So now we're seeing the banner for the Grand Feature Parade announcing the sponsor, Polino Contracting. And our banner for the Honor Division, sponsored by Elkins Auto. And here once again are units from the Elkins Police Department and the Randolph County Sheriff's Department. We appreciate all of their help this week. Also going by right now is a unit from the West Virginia State Police.
Here comes a nice tradition of Elkins, the Davis and Elkins, West Virginia Highlanders.
Yes, very long time tradition for the Highlanders. crowd favorite. Now we have the Director General of the 87th Mountain State Forest Festival, Lisa Schaefer, with riding with her husband Ben. And then our parade marshal, Chase Harler, who we spoke about earlier, former player at WVU, had a great career there. Just a real good all-around team player. And I believe the next unit we have are the assistant directors of the Mountain State Forest Festival. Those folks have definitely been busy all of this week. And now we have Lydia Jones, who is the president of the board of the Mountain State Forest Festival. And Lydia is traveling with her son. And I believe we should be seeing our governor, West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrissey. Yep, I believe that is he, walking and shaking hands with the crowd. As we listen to the sounds of Take Me Home, Country Roads.
Patrick Morrissey making his first appearance at the Forest Festival as governor of West Virginia.
That's correct. Yes, he is.
Remember, he had made the trip numerous times when he was still Attorney General.
Right.
Like right behind him, Secretary of State Chris Warner.
Yes, Chris Warner, who served yesterday in the coronation ceremony. He crowned Maid Sylvia, which then made her Queen Sylvia the 87th.
Got to talk to him a little bit during the distinguished guest dinner Thursday night.
Okay. It's good we get to mingle with so many different people at the distinguished guest dinner. And there's a vehicle for Robbie Morris, our newly elected state senator. And he is followed by Bill Hamilton, another West Virginia state senator. as is typical for parades, we seem to be at a little bit of a lull here. Something going on that's caused some traffic to slow down. So we've got a little gap while we're waiting for the rest of the parade units to catch up. You know, I don't know why it's in here. All right, looks like we've got the crowd catching back up in this parade. We're now looking at the vehicle, and walking behind the vehicle is Jonathan Kyle, one of our House of Delegate members. And again, he's making a hit with the kids as everybody's running out to get some candy and sweet stuff. And he's followed by Judge Dan Greer, who is our Intermediate Court of Appeals judge, and I believe he was newly elected as well. Following the judge is the mayor of Elkins, Jerry Marco, and his wife Paula. And then a unit that you're familiar with, John.
The good old Spirit of the Mountains, the Elkins High Marching Band. Now they're playing a band classic, the Charleston.
They not only sound good, they look good doing that.
From experience, I know those uniforms get very hot very quickly.
Yes, even though they haven't been marching very long yet, you can see some of those kids look like they're rather warm right now. But they sounded great. Next, we should have Queen Sylvia's parents coming through. That's who that is. That would be Will and Amy Kump.
I think right behind them's the siblings of Queen Sylvia right there.
Yes, that is. And now we can get to see the jesters putting on yet another performance for the crowd. Like I said earlier, these girls have been performing everywhere for the past week. And just think how hot that pavement is, and their hands are hitting the ground so many times when they're doing their tumbling exercises.
I think they gave them gloves.
Well, good.
And there she is, Queen Sylvia herself.
There she is. Queen Sylvia, the 87th Queen of the Mountain State Forest Festival, Sterling Ann Kump, followed by her, well, she's got some of her royal court with her. That would be the two maids, the four flower girls, the two train bearers, the scepter bearer, and the crown bearer. And Woodley the elf has her own float.
Here comes the first portion of this year's princesses.
Yep, so there's the first one of two. So do you know anybody on that one?
No. I know there was a couple people I had gone to school with on the first set of float princesses.
And again, those girls have to be pretty warm sitting in those gowns made of velvet.
And here comes the second group.
Yep, the second float carrying the princesses, the 40 princesses for this year's Mountain State Forest Festival. And now we have the mayor of Bridgeport, West Virginia, Robert Matheny.
Makes rooms for the honor band from the 86th Mountain State Forest Festival, the Bridgeport High Indians Marching Band.
It's a pretty large band. And next we have the 2025 Mountain State Forest Festival Royal Scouts. And that float that they're riding on was sponsored by Mountain Valley Bank.
Directly behind them we see last year's Royal Court 2024 sponsored by Davis Trust Company.
Yes, that's right. Now we have one of our county commissioners, Chris Seiler, in that antique Ford down there. And another one of our county commissioners, Chris C. Yeah. Following the two county commissioners, we have the mayor of the city of Parsons, and that would be Bruce Colson and his wife Cindy. And they look like they're enjoying their ride through the 87th Mountain State Forest Festival's Grand Feature Parade. And now we have a unit from the WVU Medicine Elkins Corridor Medical Center, which just got opened this past week or two. And we're glad to have them as an addition to our community.
I live close to the facility, and the construction crew was in charge of building it. They put it up in pretty fast shape.
They did. This is an interesting little float here coming through, and I believe that's the Monongahela National Forest, I believe.
It's the Legion.
Okay, that's the American Legion. Okay, that's who that is. That's the American Legion float. And another unit from the American Legion. Next, we're seeing a West Virginia Memorial Day Committee float. Next we have, looks like we've got a noisy group coming. That is another crowd favorite, but these look like some of the muzzleloader folks and perimeter campers that have been camping out on the front campus of D&E.
It's always a nice little exhibit to
It
walk
is.
on through.
They are. But they are making some noise. Well, if we're lucky, we're going to get to hear another one.
Can anyone help us carry this tape down?
If I was going to take a guess, I would think this next unit might be from the West Virginia Army National Guard. That's been parked down at the city park for the past several days. So that was pretty much it for the Honor Division. And now we're seeing the banner for the Division 1, which is sponsored by Greenfield Cabinetry. Another important part of our wood products industry in Elkins and Randolph County.
Next we see another one of our great bands in the county, the Tigers Valley
Yes.
Marching Band.
Yes, there they are. They're followed closely by somebody else that's near and dear to your heart there, John.
President Chris Wood of Davidson Elkins College. His wife Lisa not too far behind. And last week we had our own homecoming ourselves. Right there we have our King Preston and Queen Sydney.
Okay.
And following right behind them, various different athletes that represented the Davidson Elkins College Senators.
Sure, yep. Now, Preston is, if I remember right, a baseball player?
Correct.
Yeah, D&E is well represented. That's a good group of kids out there.
The days leading up to the parade, you would see some of the teams help sending out chairs in various places across town.
D&E has a lot of student athletes. I've met several who are tennis players, golfers, baseball players, soccer team members, and apparently lacrosse has gotten real big at D&E, both men's and women's, right?
Yep.
Well, D&E is another integral part of the Forest Festival. There's a lot of our events that happen on the campus of Davidson Elkins College. D&E caters our distinguished guest dinner and helps us with many other events. So we're real fortunate to have Davidson Elkins College doing well in our community. Now we've got a unit coming from the Randolph County Special Olympics. That float there is from Autumn Lake Healthcare, formerly known as Nella's Incorporated, and they're followed by the Weir High School Band.
They definitely had an early start so they could get here this morning.
To get here in time, yes. And we do have several bands that come from pretty far away. Well, John, you know from your experience with the band, there's a lot of time and effort that goes into that whole process as well.
Oh, yes. Remember, we would probably start practicing late June. I'm working on field show stuff so it could be ready for festival time. Of course, got regular band class itself, after class rehearsal. A lot of work. A lot of work.
A lot of work. There's the Beverly Fireman's Queen.
We have Barber County's fairest queen, Aubrey D'Angelo, which allows us to lead into Pride of Barber County, the Philip Barber Marching Band.
You know, their uniforms don't look to be anywhere near as warm as some of the other bands that we've seen come through here.
See that with some bands, they don't want to risk losing some of their people to the heat prior to field show competition that happens later tonight.
That's right.
group that definitely traveled a decent bit to be able to be here. We got the New Jersey, Camden County Emerald Society Pipes and Drums.
Yes. And they sound pretty good right now.
They sounded pretty good when they went through the fireman's parade last night as well.
Okay. There's kind of a unique float idea. For our Joe Arpile, the auctioneer. Now the Elkins Mountain School float, they had a real interesting and unique float last year, and I think they outdid themselves this year. They have some creative, talented people that work on these floats for them. So we're going to get a little bit of musical entertainment from the Elkins Mountain School group.
I don't remember the mountain school ever having a mascot.
I don't either. They have one now, don't they? Now we've got the float from the Buckwheat Festival. The Buckwheat Festival Queen. They used to have a pretty unique float. They've changed up a little bit. Followed by the Pocahontas County High School Marching Band. Okay, John, here's another crowd favorite, especially if you want to catch a t-shirt from the guys at Bud Light.
I was never fortunate enough to be able to catch one.
Right up with you. They have several entrants in there. There's the Elkins Jitney.
Growing up, I've always wanted to take a ride within an old jitney.
Yes. Well, there's still time. We can get you in there one day. I believe we have the Taylor County Fair Calico Queen, Isabella Grace Glassfell, trying to keep up with the jitney. This group sounds good.
A Pittsburgh steel line drum line.
There's the Upshur County Fair Queen and EMS cheer. Another float from the Elkins Middle School. West Virginia Wesleyan College Marching Band. John, as far back as I can remember, we've always had several units from the Osiris Shrine group. And every now and then they throw some new and interesting things at us. And again, this year we have several entries from the Shrine group. You probably remember many of these as you were growing up here in Elkins as well. Little historical trivia for the folks watching from the Force Festival. Force Festival actually started in 1930, but this is our 87th version of the Mountain State Forest Festival. We lost several years during World War II, and then we lost a few during COVID. But we started as a way to promote our area of the state to other parts of the state of West Virginia and surrounding states. Back in 1930, when the Forest Festival actually started, I believe we started in November. It was the first week in November, and shortly thereafter, it was changed to an October celebration that we have today.
That was something I learned at the coronation yesterday. I never knew that the Forest Festival took place in November.
Okay, yes. So if our viewers can see right now, part of this shrine group, they're carrying around a skunk. I wouldn't want to be those two guys.
us to Division 2 of our parade.
Yes, we're now looking at the banner for Division 2. Division 2 sponsored by WVU Medicine, United Hospital Center. And it looks like the first unit we're seeing in Division 2 is the Walmart. Celebrating their 35th anniversary. While we've got a little bit of lull in the parade here, I want to once again thank our main parade sponsor, Polino Contracting, who's been a very steady sponsor of this event for as many years as I can remember. The Forest Festival has been fortunate to have a lot of repeat sponsors for our many events. And as you know, John, that's what it takes to pull off the Forest Festival is a lot of good, consistent sponsorships. We try to provide a lot of things that are free to the public. Like, I don't know if you're aware, but most of the entertainment that's been going on for the past week at the downtown stage is all free to the public. Many of the exhibits and people that are set up in the Elkin City Park, again, are free to the public. And we have an interesting band coming next. Very energetic looking group here. Looks like they're called the Avalon String Band. They sound good. Interesting costumes.
I think this is a group I've never seen before.
I don't think I have either. Now we have the Elkins High School homecoming court. And now the West Virginia Oak Leaf Festival Queen Autumn Wooding. Followed by a float from the West Virginia Caring Hospice Care. SWDNE Media of West Virginia float. Another fair size band, John.
Our friends from the Buccaneers of Buchanan Upshur High, their marching band.
Buccaneers are sounding pretty good today.
They always have a nice sounding band.
Next, we should be seeing the West Virginia Strawberry Festival royalty float. Their Queen Courtney Jones. I know Courtney from skiing at Canaan Valley. I ski instruct Courtney as a ski patroller at Canaan Valley Resort. It's good to see her win and become the queen of the Strawberry Festival. And now we have Little Miss Colton Allie Sendling, followed by Miss Teen Colton Peyton Patrice. We also have Miss Preteen Colton Ella McCauley and Little Miss Colton Eliana Ree and Miss Colton Spirit Mackenzie Guire. So our folks from the Colton Days celebration are well represented at the Forest Festival Grand Feature Parade.
surprise visit from the pride of Preston County, the Preston High Marching Band.
Yes, we are. Small group, but putting out a good sound. Here's the Autumn on the Dry Fork Queen Cooper Joe Kaufman. Well, if you're still with us, we're still watching the 87th Mountain State Force Festival Grand Feature Parade. I'm Ray Lamar. I'm with John Bennett. Just enjoying a nice sunny day in Elkins, West Virginia.
So far, what we've been witnessing, absolutely beautiful parade.
Yes.
All the bands, Pastor, has sound terrific.
The bands have all been sounding real good. And now we're looking at the Randolph County Fair float, and that's a pretty neat looking float.
Our summertime gathering, the Randolph County Fair.
Yes, that's right. And you know, they had good weather for their fair this year, and that was good.
Seems like we've gotten good weather at the times we needed it the most.
We have. Here comes the Elkins Bengals football and cheerleading squad. Elkins Youth Football. John, throughout this parade, they've been taking care of the kids. Everybody's been throwing plenty of candy and sweets for these kids. And I think that's kept the kids interested so much in this parade today.
I know I would always leave with like 2 or 3 Walmart bags full of candy.
Yeah, sure.
our youth sports, we got our Elkins Little Leaguers.
Yes. They all look pretty excited to be in the parade today.
Now we probably got our biggest band of the day, of the afternoon, the University High Marching Band.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job. Very good band to close out the day with. We have several units still to come, but we're going to enjoy some music from the University High Band.
Now coming up, we got members of the Elkins High football team.
Yeah, they started off the season really, really good, really strong this year.
Got a nice win over Grafton Thursday night.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Elkins High is having a good year. Float from the Boy Scouts of America. Followed by a float from the Colton Elementary School. Colton Elementary School going by, and it looks like we're coming to the end of the Forest Festival Grand Feature Parade. So once again, as we're wrapping things up, we want to thank our main sponsor of the Grand Feature Parade, which was Polino Contracting. We had division sponsors. They were Elkins Auto, Greenfield Cabinetry, and WVU Medicine United Hospital Center. We also want to thank, this would not be possible if it wasn't for Colson Media helping us out to live stream this second time live streaming the 87th Mountain State Forest Festival Grand Feature Parade. John, I want to thank you for being with me.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, it was great. And hopefully we'll do this again next year. We also want to thank, part of the Colson Media Group. We want to thank Tyler Belt and Tyler Berta, Ava Himes, and Braxton Mallow. They're all part of the Colton Media Group, who've been helping all week with various events, not only this one, but the pet show and other events, Coronation. So we do want to thank everybody that's associated with the Colson Media Group. Thank you very much. And John, it was great.
Thanks for having me.
You take care.